leadership and guys that have been able to produce on the floor from a UCLA perspective. Chris Wilkes is one of those players.
Wilkes is going all the way! Wilkes!
This is our little mini warehouse, one of them. Nice little stop. Nice little. So this is the OrigynPlus DeepGroove basketball. As you can see, the grooves are about 3 times the size of a regular traditional basketball. So these grooves help the athlete be able to train their hand placement when they're shooting, train their follow through, and then as the ball is released, ultimately train the rotation. The rotation, as you know if you're a good basketball player, is one of the key most important parts of a jump shot. Without a good rotation, probability of the ball going in is a lot less likely. So if you have something like a DeepGroove training basketball, you'll be able to train that hand placement, be able to train that rotation on every single shot that you take. For me, this basketball has definitely did a lot. It's definitely helped me tremendously. In game situations, you might not always be able to find the grooves to be able to release and have a good shot on every single shot. But the more you're able to practice with something like this, when you get in games, those little habits are quick. You know what I mean? They're quick. You get the ball, let me find the grooves real quick, let me get to my best shot off. That's ultimately what we're trying to help, The game is all about shoot nowadays. And if you can't shoot, you probably never touch the court, just to be honest. Unless you out there rebounding or out there being able to bowl some people under the table and lock up on defense. If you can't shoot, the probability of you touching the floor is very minimal. So if you have something like this where you can train your jump shot, you might be on that court and be able to show what you can do. I'm from Indiana, Indianapolis, Indiana. Clip from Indiana. We played on the same AAU team growing up. Indy Hoosiers, represent. Played there for about, I was there my whole career, like 10 or 11 years. So I've been doing Clip for about 10 or 11 years. For high school, went to North Central High School here in Indiana. Then went out to UCLA on a full ride scholarship. Got to hit some good accolades for myself as far as Mr. Basketball, McDonald's All-American stuff. Played at UCLA for 2 years, scored 1,000 points in those 2 years, so I feel like I could talk a little bit about scoring the basketball. Got injured, hurt my back, and we started up Origy Sport. This brand kind of came in, this idea came to me. For me, coming out of high school, I had to be able to learn how to shoot. I was always a mid-range level shooter. I never wanted to shoot threes. I just always wanted to shoot mid-range jump shots. And when I got to college, Steve's like,
"Hey, you can't shoot threes, but you gotta expand your range. You don't be able to play here."
And for me, that entire summer, me and one of my best friends, Jay Hands at the time, we freaking worked on threes every single day. After every practice that whole entire summer. And then coming in, I wish I had something like this back then, but coming in, I was able to kind of translate those mid-range into three-point shots. For me, thinking about that helped me and our team think about something like this to be able to help people be able to shoot the basketball a lot better at a lot higher percentage. This has worked for many athletes, from the ages of 8 or 9 to the ages of 40, 50. This could be something for somebody that's trying to train to get better, or this can be for the dad that just likes to go to the gym and get up shots. For me, this is a shooting basketball. This is the shooter's ball. When you touch this basketball, you don't want to do nothing else but shoot it. Just the way it's designed. So that was the biggest thing. Our whole brand is created by athletes. We got to definitely have a lot of different parts. This is a basketball I know everybody needs. Especially in today's game, today's basketball. Clip, you got anything? Your little story, man?
Like you said, I've been knowing Chris for a long time, really. Since like 2nd grade. Me and Chris kind of align perfect with Origy Sport, in my belief. And he was obviously started them himself. And we just kind of hit the ground running, basically, with these products. So I like where we're at now. We have a good duo going right now. But so I actually ended up playing football in college. I played football at Ball State. So even through that, I've always been, I just always had a lot of interest in even just watching basketball and playing basketball, that still has oddly enough been my #1 sport. I think mentally and especially product-wise, I think that I have a lot more to say with basketball products. So I'm excited to see, like I said, where we can take it.
So you saw our basketball. You saw the OrigynPlus DeepGroove basketball. By the way, if you can check this out, patented. We got a patent on it. Got our design and utility patent on it. Yay, turn up. Our next product that we're trying to come out with is a regular basketball. You can check. It's a premium microfiber composite leather panels with the same premium microfiber composite grooves that go around the basketball to give you that perfect in-game type feel. Don't know a name yet. I don't know if you guys have some names. Let us know. We have some idea names in our head that we're thinking about. But yeah, no, it's a good feeling basketball. And we got this. We got a weighted basketball. So this is our weighted ball. 2 and 3 pounds. So a lot of people in the weighted basketballs, like I say, every time we come out with a product, we always want to use a athlete's first basketball player type mindset when creating the basketball. So most of our products are geared towards indoor playing basketballs. Yeah, you can play with these basketballs outside as well, but a lot of it's geared towards indoor feel, that indoor game type feel. And so this is where the weighted training basketball comes in. So yeah, we have a 3 pound, which is a standard size that everybody has. And then we also have a 2 pound basketball. It's the exact same as this one, but it's just obviously a pound lighter. And that's something I use on a daily basis to train with, just because that 3 pound can just get so heavy at times. Check out this other unit. So like I say, this is our first one. This is the first thing we had. I remember one time it was packed to the brim with basketballs, but we finally got some of them off. I'm going to show you guys our other spot. So we have 2 places. That's our biggest one. I call it the office, even though it's just a storage unit. It's the office. So we go in. That's what we, talk about what we're going to do next. Scheme, and then also talk about what we have done, what we've been doing, and how we can continue to grow and keep continuing to build. So here we are. This is our second storage facility. For me, this has definitely been a journey, a process. It's definitely more than just the basketballs. When you're thinking about a business of any sort, it's more than just a product. You got to think about, 1, obviously getting the product, 2, getting the packaging for the product, or 1, before you even get to the packaging of the product, if your product's even made where you're located. So if it's in a different country, once you buy the product, you have to worry about getting the product from point A to point B. And then once you get that product to point A to point B, if B is your home or B is a storage, then great. But if B is a third party, then you have to figure out how to get it from A to B to now back to C, which is in you at the end. And then you have to think about the packaging. So then what does the packaging look like? How do you include the packaging with the prices? How do you make sure the packaging of the product and the packaging of the pricing of the product and the pricing of the packaging doesn't go over what you're going to make at the end of the day? Some of the little things that I've learned, we actually started off with very, very expensive packaging. It was more of a box within a box. So we started off with a box within a box, which then turned out, let me see if I can find some examples for you. We started off with this. So this was a box that was within a box. We have this beautiful packaging, which is cool. So you have this, then you have a ball, then you have this packaging, then under it you have another packaging. So for us, we started off a little bit, I think, too aggressive. We had an insert in here, then we had the basketball, then we had another insert. Then after you have that, then you take that box and then you put that inside this. So you can just imagine packaging costs for the 2 inserts and then the regular box, and then also how shiny and nice this is. It's not a full like litho label that pops out and stuff, but it's still pretty expensive just because the shiny coat on it. And then you have another box that you have to put it inside and then ship it. So then after that, then we get to these boxes where we cut off. This is actually the actual shipper box that we end up getting to. So then this is the shipper box. So this is the second box that we got to. these boxes were cool, but it was very plain, very minimalistic with just the Origin Sport on there. And then we still kept those same inserts with it, but these inserts were more plain. So you have this, and then you had another insert like this that was all white that goes in it. And then that when the ball went inside there, and then now, you know, it's just like the first one. And now our current packaging, we finally got down to, which I say, you know, stuff takes time to get to where you really want to get to. So the first box was a 12 by 12 when it shipped. That second box was 11 by 11, and then now we got down to a 10 by 10 box. So now we got back similar to the original box, and now you have the QR code on the actual box, and then also you have some of our branding titles like the Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff onto the box itself. And this is like I said, it's a 10 by 10, and so now you cut off both of those inserts, so the two inserts, and then also you cut off some of those extra inches on that box as well. Hey, we have a little like small like shipper bag that we put the basketball into now, and then we place it inside this beautiful new OrigynPlus box. So that's a quick rundown, just a little bit to teach you guys, not teach you guys, but tell you guys a little bit about what we have going on. Show you guys a little bit behind the scenes. If you guys ever want me to get more in depth into my story, I can, but you know, I just wanted to give you guys a little update and kind of start sharing these videos with you guys.